Hey everyone. I thought today is a good day to talk about. I think I can say that one of my most favorite niche fragrance brands, even though I today think it's a bit of a casual niche brand, but still, if I overall think about how many times I wore them, I think they are really my favorite niche fragrances because they're just so easy to go, and they are, in my opinion, the like the blind buy worthiest niche fragrances. If you read the notes of the fragrances, and you like these notes, you're probably gonna get a very good fragrances for your taste. So I'm talking about Crete. Luckily, I own all the fragrances of Crete that I really do like. I will maybe also, after after showing you my bottles, what I think about the other fragrances of Crete that I know and that I tested, what I think about them. And yeah, so let's start with the one that I will make it from worst to best again. And I would say, hmm, that is a tough one actually, but I think I can say that my least favorite, still a very, very good fragrance, especially if you are into that kind of fragrances, is Creed Original Santal. So this one has seems to have, and now I know why do you say seems to have, but I know it has a similarity to Mont Blanc Individuel, which is a very cheap fragrance that has been discontinued as far as I know, though. And of course, if you compare this one, you probably will get it online for this bottle size. Oh, however, this bottle size doesn't even exist anymore. These 75 milliliters, they changed from 50 milliliters to 100 milliliters, even though they didn't change the price, which I think is very, very awful of them to do. Like, they want the same price for 50 mils that they wanted before for 75 mils, and that's kind of ridiculous in my opinion. But yeah, um, if it's an asked brand, they can probably do it. So yeah, but I think it's a bad thing to do. Yeah, um, capitalism at its best. So this one, yeah, the it also has been said that there is a similarity to Job Om, but honestly, no. Job Om is like, of course, I get what they mean. It's also that it also has a very sweet vibe, a very berry-like sweet vibe. But Job Om is like, it's your teenager clubbing fragrance. It's way more synthetic, way more sweet, way more under that class. Um, Still, I don't think this is a fantastic one, to be honest. Like, if I would have to choose between a Mont Blanc Individuel, which you would probably get for about 60 euros, or this one for about 150, 180 euros, I would of course go for the Individuel, because it's like the question of if you really have to spend that bigger dollar. I bought it still, even though I already had Individual, because I just like Creed and I like the fragrance bottle with that red accent to it. So, okay, let's stop talking about this one. It's sprayed. Weird thing enough is with these bottles of Creed, they have a very they differ a lot in their quality when it comes to the cap. This sometimes clicks into place, or it is like that it's just that it can fall off if you like just grab it on this one. And also the sprayer is often very bad quality. Like this one, it lags and stuff. It's not good. It's nothing you would expect at that price range. But okay, yeah, this is a nice berry sandalwood fragrance, very sweet. Has like many of the Creed fragrances, a very seductive vibe. You can do it, but try it first. Like, really try it first. It can be cloying also. Like, when I wore it, I often got got annoyed by it a little bit. So coming to the next spot, I would take Crete Virgin Island water. So this one is a this one brings you. You see. This one has like this heavy, like I can almost not get it off. Like this one has a very coconutty Honolulu vibe to it. It's like very, very, very like just imagine the smell of a pina colada. You're sitting at the beach bar, and this is totally that summer in Hawaii fragrance. People said, also I wanted to mention the performance on original Santal is actually pretty good. People said different in the past. I think it's pretty good. The performance on this one is also pretty good in my opinion. Yeah, it's like coconut to the max, but however, there are batch variations. You probably know what that is. Like every bottle of some fragrance of Crete smells different, and there are probably there are bottles of this Virgin Island water that smell more like lime, and some that smell more like coconut. I have the full coconut blast. Like the lime almost has no chance there, but just almost. You can of course smell it, like of course. So yeah, I like that a lot. Coming to the next one, it is Crete Millésime Imperial. You probably heard of that one. That also has a heavy, however not that heavy, to get off cap. So this one, yeah, this one is hard to describe in my opinion. Like some people said they smell watermelon, or it is even in there. Hard to say in my opinion. Crete always says they only use natural ingredients. I think they say that. At least the selling persons in the Munich stores who sell good fragrances always say, oh, they only use natural ingredients, and that's why every bottle smells different. Okay, nice. I don't know what I think about that, but this one is a very summery fragrance. The longevity always got beaten up by people online. I think it's a pretty good one in the performance category. I think all Crete ones last very long on my skin. Like there are skin types that seem to avoid and hate Crete fragrances, but for me, they all do it in the performance. So I can recommend all of them, maybe except of the next one, because that lacks a bit of performance also on my skin. Very summery fragrance, very easy to go. It can be annoying, test it out. Like many of these Cretes can be very but yeah, just try it out. Like I'm not, as you probably already recognized, I'm not the guy who counts down the notes, makes a note breakdown, says this one is in it, this one is in it, I can totally smell this and this. I just say how I feel about it. So yeah, coming to the next one, this is Crete Ventus Cologne, not to be mistaken with Crete Ventus. Crete Ventus Cologne is like, it has that pineapple-y vibe like the original Crete Ventus, but it also has a component. Maybe I'm influenced there, so keep that in mind. And component that really reminds me too of a Chanel fragrance, and it is Chanel Allure Homme Sport and Allure Homme Sport Extreme. It has like this very sporty vibe. Like since I read this comment on a Facebook or on a website, I couldn't resist smelling that too. That Chanel Allure Homme Sport vibe. So, but it's a great fragrance. It smells so good. Like this whole Ventus DNA is so wow. Like yeah, beautiful. Like also very good for the summer, but the performance could be better. Like I would say this one is an 8 out of 10 in the performance. This one is a 7 out of 10 in the performance. This one is also 7. This one is a 6. I would say 6 to 7. So coming to the final one, you probably already know what it is because I'm boring as the rest of the YouTubers. This is Crete Ventus. And this one is a relatively new bottle, which I bought 2019. And this one is not good in the performance category. Like really, like people sometimes say the batch variations are just bullshit, and it's all in our heads, but it's not. It's really not. It smells different than I have. You have to know, I have 3 different bottles of Crete Ventus right now, and each of these 3 smells different. This one smells the totally lightest and almost has like this, it comes close to smelling exactly like a Ventus cologne. Whereas my favorite bottle of a Crete Ventus, this already, it is still have the 120 ml design, by the way. My favorite bottle has a very, very, very pineapple-y and very smoky, invigorating, breathtaking accent to it that got complimented so many times. Like it was crazy. Like men and women are just in love with that fragrance, DNA. But the 2019 bottle was not a good buy for me. Like, if you ask me, yeah, Tom, but if you already had 2 bottles, why did you buy another one? The answer is simple. I'm very curious, and it's my favorite fragrance. It's after Noir de Noir. Don't get me wrong. Noir de Noir is a special place here in my heart. But Ventus is right after that because it's just so easy to go. Like you spray it on, you will always be seen as a good smelling person. So overall, longevity on this bottle, worse than this one. 5 out of 10, which is very bad in my opinion, especially for the price. I had the luck that this store it was in Augsburg, had a 20% discount, so I just paid 230 euros, which is still a big money, and I'm not happy with that purchase. So overall, I would say this niche brand is very, very nice. It's a very good beginner's niche house. You can hardly go wrong with them. They most of the time really deliver what they promise. And I think if you are not afraid of the batch cult, which really hits hard on the Ventus, then just try it. But you know what? I would even try to go there and tell the sell person that you want to buy it, but with one thing. You want to spray the bottle that you're gonna buy first, and wait for, if you have something to do in this in the town or the city, 3 hours, and then take it with you if the performance suits you well. I don't know if the salesperson will agree on that, but if you are smart in doing things like that, they might say okay, because yeah, but maybe that's not true. I don't know. So I just for the final mentions, I just want to talk about fragrances of Crete that I smelled, but that I don't own. First is Himalaya by Crete. This is a very nice one. It's a very summery one, but I never cared too much about it to even consider buying a bottle. The same goes for Crete Silver Mountain Water. This one is kind of reminds me of Millesime Imperial, and it is just, didn't have a good performance on my skin when I tried it in the store, so I didn't consider buying it. And I also have experience with Crete Royal Oud. And Crete Royal Oud is like, the weird thing on Crete Royal Oud is that I smell carrots in there. I just smell carrots. I cannot change it. That was the first impression that was put in my head when I smelled it, and I cannot change it. And I don't necessarily want to smell like a carrot. No, I don't know. Might be interesting for some people who want to see better. But yeah, I didn't care about this one. I didn't like it, and I smelled carrots. And the final one that I also have experience with, but not a good one, is Crete Viking. Crete Viking is a very, in my nose, very old schooly gentleman's fragrance. Like, it is very peppery, and gives off that vibe that I also get from Chanel Anteos, for example. It's just not, it doesn't fit my personality. Like, I don't want to smell like that. I think it's a good fragrance, but not a great one, especially for the price tag. And I just think that there are better ones for a better price that come in the same old school category. But that's just my opinion. So I hope you loved the video, because I love you. And I hope you'll have a great day today, and I hope I'll see you soon. Take care.